Good morning from Kyoto. I am currently drinking my coffee in bed. I literally had this one every single morning because it's so good and it's like 100 yen or something. It's really small, but it does the job. Today is moving out day. I'm gonna be heading down south to Nara, Japan. I'm excited because they have deer, like wild deer all over Nara. You can literally feed them these little crackers and they'll come up to you and like bow and then you bow and then you give them a cracker and then that's it. So I've also heard they get kind of aggressive and they can start chasing you because they think you have more food, but you don't. I just woke up, my hair is not cute. I've been keeping up with the typhoon that is hitting Japan. Look at this. This is on the official Japanese website. If the bullet trains are canceled tomorrow, then I won't be able to get to Hiroshima because I need to go on a bullet train and that's south. See where the line is? I'm like on the inside there. So like I'm in Kyoto right now, but I'm going down into Nara. Okay, and then the Japanese government also had this alert as well, like all in Japanese. Let's take a moment and just pray for everyone that is in those regions. I hope they're safe. I hope their families are safe, their gardens, their homes, everything. God, please watch over everyone and me and everyone on Japan. Amen. I decided to check out of my hotel in Kyoto and head over to Nara just for one night, but in hindsight, I honestly should have just stayed in Kyoto and taken a day trip over to Nara to save time. I really hate lugging my huge backpack from city to city if I don't have to. So there's basically two ways to get to Nara. The first option is to use the JR line and take the Nara line from Kyoto to Nara. The second option is to use the Kintetsu railway line and specifically jump on the limited express train. If you get on the limited express, you can get from Kyoto to Nara in about 30 minutes. Just a heads up, for the limited express train from Kyoto to Nara, you have to get 2 tickets to get on that train. The first ticket is just your normal fare, and then the second ticket is the limited express ticket. That ticket will have a seat number on it, and that's how the conductor will know you actually purchased a limited express ticket. If you want to reserve that ticket and seat online, you can do that, or you can just get the limited express ticket at the station. Okay, it started to rain. What? Okay, so made it to Nara. I don't know, I feel like it's not super crowded. Maybe because I'm not in like the touristy areas yet. But I dropped my bags off at the hotel. Nara is known for having wild deer everywhere. First thing spotted. 2 deer actually. Every tourist blog that I read said these wild deer were just strategically in Nara Park. You will quickly realize that the deer are walking all over the town. Like, I will say there's a ton of deer in the park, and that's because you simply buy these biscuits and you feed them in this park. So they know the food is in the park, therefore I'm gonna go to the park. At first, I was kind of scared to feed the deer the biscuits because I didn't want to get attacked by one. Like, I didn't want them to bite me or like push their head into me or something with like their antlers, because some of them had really big antlers. But what I did was just watch people and I observed how they fed the deer, and then when I felt confident enough, I went ahead and bought the biscuits, which were super cheap, just like a couple 100 yen, and then I started to feed the deer. These deer are so smart and they will see the biscuits in your hand from a mile away and just simply walk up to you, bow, and then you bow. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. I had a couple instances where the deer continued to fight me for biscuits after I was done feeding them, like this instance, but nothing to the extreme like them biting me or anything. I love this park because you could buy as many biscuits as your heart desires and feed these deer literally all day long, compared to the monkey park in Kyoto where you can only buy a couple of peanuts a day and feed the monkeys. And honestly, like, I just enjoy feeding these animals. Like, they're so cute and it's just fun to spend time with them. According to the official Nara travel guide, which is a Japanese government website, it says there's almost 1,200 wild deer that roam Nara Park. I definitely understand why these deer are so excited about eating the biscuits because apparently their diet also only consists of grass. And so I would definitely want a biscuit if that was an option. So cute. Do you like it? If you're wondering where to buy the deer biscuits, just look for one of those green umbrellas and that's where you purchase them. Do you want it? And they also only accept cash, so don't pull out your credit card. Make sure you have yen on you. There's two major areas of this park, and there's a street that crosses in between the two. And so when I crossed over to the other side, there were more deer, more people, and there wasn't as much space, I noticed. And these deer were also a little bit more aggressive than the other side. Oh, oh. Thank you. I already gave you the cracker. The deer on this side of the park were also kind of rude. So I was giving a biscuit to this cute little deer and it was bowing its head and I was bowing, but I wanted to make sure it bowed a couple of times for my video selfishly. And then this other deer just comes in and is like, I want the biscuit, and starts bowing. But I'm like, no, the other one did the bow, so that one gets the biscuit. And this guy just literally ate the biscuit. And I was like, what the heck? And I didn't want to like fight it because I didn't want him to bite me. So yeah, it was kind of unfortunate because that was the last biscuit too. Little baby. After checking out Nara Park, I stopped at this little building that was free of charge. It was called a resting station, and inside there was this little simulation where there were two buildings, and one building had the systemic isolation system implemented on the building and the other did not. That system is essentially the most sophisticated and effective technology for prevention of earthquake disasters in Japan. It's kind of cool to see the building on the right. It's like super sturdy while the building on the left is like basically falling over. It sounds like in 1986, the Akumura Corporation was the company that basically implemented the system on many different buildings within Japan. And now they're the leading company in this field and provide all sorts of systemic isolation system and R&D efforts throughout Japan. I don't know why, but I feel like every day I need to get some sort of soft serve ice cream when I'm here in Japan. I love a matcha ice cream, but today I went with this vanilla chocolate ice cream that had a really cool swirl on top. Then I kept walking and ran into the Todai-ji temple, which is a Buddhist temple that was originally built in the mid 700s. And it has one of Japan's largest bronze Buddha statues inside. So for this temple, you do have to pay to enter. And at this point in the day, I just was walking so much, I didn't really want to go inside and pay for it. So I just admired the building from the outside and looked through the little fenced in area and just peeked through to see the inside of the temple. I know this may sound crazy and a little bit inconsiderate, but I kind of was feeling a little bit templed out at this point. Like, I saw so many beautiful temples within Japan, and I mean, it's stunning and amazing, and the history inside is just incredible. But at one point, I was just feeling like, okay, I saw enough temples. I just want to admire the nature and the beauty that Japan has to offer. So, one of my favorite spots in this area was this beautiful pond, and the pond is actually called Todaji Kagami Aiki Pond, and I probably butchered that name, but it was just absolutely gorgeous. And there were so many deer just sitting right around the pond. And so I took a seat for a while and just admired the water, the deer, and just did some people watching. So if you keep following the sidewalk up the hill, you will run into the Todaji Nigatsudu temple, which is part of the Todaji temple, but this temple has a hilltop hall and it has beautiful sweeping views of Nara from its balcony, and that's after you climb up these really steep stairs. Got to my hotel in Nara and it's really big, which is awesome. I'll show you. So there's 2 beds here and then there's like a couch with a TV, which I haven't been using the TV at all. The AC, which is so important. And then here is the bathroom. It's me. Hi. Everything. I don't even know what that is. I wonder what that is. What is this? A scrub? Some sort of brush? Okay, and then this is the shower. Walk-in shower, and then there's a bath too. And there's like shoes for, and it's a normal Western toilet. I had to use one of the Japanese toilets one day, and that was terrifying. It's literally like a hole in the ground, and that's it. Okay, the sun has come out, and it's really hot again. So the storm's over there, and the sun's over here. Okay, now that it's cooled down a little bit, the sunshine is out. I'm gonna go get some dinner now. I'm gonna get some sushi. I've been into sushi lately, so. And when in Japan, you should do that, right? One of my favorite parts about Japan is all of like the cute, tiny little plants everywhere. I love it. Okay, so the sushi place I just went to, not open. So it's 2 for 2. So anyway, I just decided to start walking back home, and I'll stop at 7-Eleven or the Family Mart. I'll stop there and get a coffee and then see if they have any like quick food options. But honestly, I'm not like starving, so I'm not mad about it. Also, it's getting kind of dark outside. And I don't like walking home when it's dark and there's like no one outside too, which is weird. So I just feel better going home. Okay, so walking back, I ended up getting dinner at this random place I saw, and it ended up being a complete fail. It was eel, but there were so many bones in it. It was not satisfying. I spent, it was like 1,600 yen for that, which isn't a lot, I guess, but I don't know, I should have gone to this restaurant, like super fancy. Whatever, from now on I'm making a pact to myself. I'm not gonna try anything new, I'm just gonna try the things I know I like. And that's it. I am back at the hotel. Yay. I had an amazing coffee date with myself. I got a matcha latte. It was fun. I was reading my book and journaling. Like, I think I was there for like 2 hours. It was awesome. I was gonna go get sushi, so I go to the first restaurant that I found. It was like a 20-minute walk, closed. So then I found another sushi restaurant. It was closed, plus the menu was like super expensive. And then I was like, you know what? This is a sign I shouldn't get sushi. So I start walking home, and then I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should get food. I was getting food FOMO, and I'm like, I should get something. I go to this eel restaurant. There were bones in the eel. It was crunchy, and I'm like, this is not good. So I should have just continued walking home, but I didn't learn my lesson. Anyway, I had a beautiful walk though. It's really fun to walk around Nara, but it gets kind of dead at night. Like, there's no one here at night. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. I have an early morning. I have to catch a train back to Kyoto and then go to Hiroshima. It's gonna be fun. All right, you guys, I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.